How can something as... Welcome to Biomutant. Great shot. Tribes always scavenging for scrap, and the yard has plenty to go around. But they should have stuck to looting instead of playing around with sprockets. Bonker Bonker's busy ram-banging the door. This is your chance. Slice and dice. Get out of here. Chilly. Half-life. Nice shot. The deep cut. Knock 'em out. Took care. Hurt bad. Hurts less now. Hack and slash. Nice shot. Better hold on to that. Let's see. Believe how serious this is if you want to have any effect on it. Yes, you can do anything. The sky's the limit. Now, let's take this back to Earth. Wow, you really took that all the way down to the end, in flames. It's a wonder some of these up and downs still work. Guess they built machines better in the past. The spent nuclear fuel that Toxanol dumped in the surf had detrimental effects on the marine habitats, while the overflowing landfills contaminated the groundwater. Combined, this sent their world hurtling on an inevitable road to ruin. The spent nuclear fuel that Toxanol dumped in the surf had detrimental effects on the marine habitats, while the overflowing landfills contaminated the groundwater. Combined, this sent their world hurtling on an inevitable road to ruin. Everything is at stake. I need to brush up on my Wando, but I have a feeling he believes it was you that caused the bang at the... Oh, and he says he knows you. You used to call him Gizmo. He gave you the oil-greased hands when he taught you how to upcycle. But Gizmo says how you experience a memory can be different. You know the story, but sometimes... He'd lie if he claimed it was all good. You changed after your Mooma and Popsy passed, and he understands why you had to leave. The old village being a constant reminder of what happened. Gizmo says he also has re-memories from the long gone. He understands history made Lupa Lupin a big part of your past, your present, and soon, your future. You still believe there's some good in everyone. You still have hope for tomorrow. He says you should know that what's meant to be will always find a way, but history shouldn't consume you. Gizmo understands you still have strong feelings, but urges you to keep them under control. You've witnessed firsthand what it'll lead to. Would like to know if you ever doubt the choices you made on the path that brought you to this point. Would you... Figures you're either a rare person or a good liar. Maybe both. Sad to see the Tree of Life is going to die and take everything with it, but it's not like he didn't expect it. Understands why you're bent on finishing the world off. Supposes it's a mercy to make it faster. Wonders if you liked working with the Jagni. They always hunker down in their homes, gathering their things around them. Says home is a base, but it doesn't have to be everything. But that's not important. Gizmo says it's taken a long time to bring the past up to the present, and where you go from here is up to you. He can't leave the underyard as he has no protection against the vacuum in the dead zone. So you need to salvage scrap to upcycle the Mekton. You should return when you've retrieved the scrap. There's no time to waste if you want to make the Mekton strong enough to fight the Jumbo Puff. It's the part of the land that suffered most from the apocalypse. It's deprived of oxygen, making it next to impossible for anything but creatures that were most contorted by the contamination. It's time for an adventure, for good or bad. You need to line up the switches so they match. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Bristles like the hair of one electrified. You need to line up the switches so they match. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework. There's short of breath and death to this zone. Better take care. He who half breathes, half lives. That's the leftover you're looking for. You'd think this place would be crawling with worms. Gross. This place stinks. Hold on or be gone. Stories only survive if someone is listening, so pay attention. He says that's enough to get the Mekton functional. You'll have an engine, a fuel soaker, a gun and a gathering net, but no armor, nor enough oxygen supply. Something he devised to salvage valuables from the ground. There are usually spots hidden beneath. He's been working on another project for the Mekton, a cannon, but it needs a... The best way to find... Unfortunately, Gizmo thinks he's... Better than ever. A great thing, even better. Never know what's hiding out in the dark. Open that tin can and escape. The Grease Monkey's Mekton is built sturdy, just like himself. Can you imagine how this place used to look before the dead oil flood? In the old world, roads like this really led somewhere. Now, most of them lead to disaster. Put that thing behind you. Ooh, a biohazard like that can make you real sick. Fists of fury. You could just go to a place like this to get a proper meal back in the old world. Bang, bang. Upshot. Powers up. Slashing dash. Short circuit. Don't let the dark time take you. Imagine that. You could just go to a place like this to get a proper meal back in the old world. Oh, ouch! Who needs a weapon? Baked. Hurts. Cut that one in half. Running low. Bullets everywhere. Back bird. Crack-a-doo. Wiped out. You can't really understand your story till it's done. Finders keepers. technology all the time. You don't have it in you right now. Hot metal. Fight for each breath. Reached critical skronkiness. Fresh air. You're fading. Fate is funny that way, but it won't always make you laugh. Smell that burning fuel. Time to do it on your own. There's a place and time for everything, but for that silly scenario, it's already come and gone. Hear that? It's called quiet. A smart foe would leave now. Ready to dive back in. Zapped. A punch crunch. It's time to do what's right, for certain values of right. Ooh-wee, that's biohazard. Subtle it is not. Mine Shelter 7B is still there, open and ready to shelter. Look at the controls in this thing. Let's see. That city scenario has seen better days, but now those days are gone. Ooh. Let's see. So bright out now. Let's see. The Ankati Fortress. Breathe slowly if you can. Thinks you should just put one paw ahead.
Epasi, Shisisivoro Akatira, Maliaruno, Matua, Silele, Mawa, Letele.
The Ankati tribe believe that solidarity is what is needed to keep the world in balance. They're steadfast in their conviction to unite the tribes and move forward together as one. The Sifu is convinced that defeating the World Eaters and helping the Tree of Life is the only way you can survive. He welcomes you to the Ankati fort and introduces himself as the tribe's Sifu. The Sifu says he's got word you already picked a side. However, remember that uniting the tribes means you deserve a chance to change your mind. Their tribe is chosen for the South. The tribe is convinced that unity will save the world, or it... He thanks you for the act of faith and assures you that uniting the tribes and saving the Tree of Life is the Sifu welcomes you to their tribe. Now that you've chosen their side, he's hopeful you can...
Alu ukanawa.
The cruel thing is, it'll feel like the mistake was theirs. It was their decision to trust you.
Mutta savana, aripotisi.
He wants you to focus. These are the new rival outposts your tribe needs to take control of. He says you'll regret not being on their side. The only way you'll learn their secrets, Wung Fu and the tribe weapon now, is if you defeat him. And that will never happen.
Popolo.
Even though you don't share their values, they hope you'll lead with...
Linefu shandu shitoru se mawa. Letele oh.
Once you've dealt with the rivals' outposts, you'll challenge their Sifu to unite their tribe with yours and let your kin share land again.
Auto fantasi ele fale fafia.
They passed the point of no return as their words lost power and see no other way forward than using violence to combat violence. Things are happening. It's not just anyone that's awake and moving.
Nafa, ajua tapale.
Thinks you...
Suata pirsem.
Says...
Tulo umudre maiho.
Says the shop holds something...
Tulo umudre.
A deal to be proud of. Brick-bracks like this were symbols for the growth of the old world. If the mount didn't throw you, you're good. It's Whiff-Waft Outpost, an old Ankati tribe hunker down. Let's see. Wheeze's gratitude for your Ankati partnership, but wishes you wouldn't take up so much air. Has plenty to do, so no worries.
Hefle shimaka tremen krania matwal. Hefle shimaka.
That went well.
Eg, vigedaso, iltap, avedavazem.
Best part of this ride is it runs on green stuff. That's another shopperia. They just couldn't get enough of these places back in the days gone. Let's see. The end is coming to the world, and everything else. The Wingo Outpost, a legendary Ankati tribe joint.